Hi everybody, this is methlokaiju, and today I'll be talking about some brand new Godzilla 2 information. Now, before we talk about the information or the news, I do kind of want to say that if my throat sounds weird, or if I make some coughs here and there, just like right now, I mean that wasn't a cough, but you know what I mean. It's because I am currently sick. I am a bit better, but I am still sick. That is why I've been doing videos that do not have to do with my voice. But today I will be doing a video with my voice because it's a news video and I feel it is important enough to do it with voice, and also because, again, I feel a little bit better, so I feel like I can actually do a video with my voice. So yeah, interesting information today. We have some brand new set photos as well as a possible hint for King Ghidorah's origin. So yeah, anyhow, let's start off with these set photos. These were provided by Ghidorah Islands. As I talk, they will be showing up in your screen. So yeah, again, these are from Ghidorah Islands, so obviously extremely reliable source. We do have, what is it, like 12 new images or set photos, excuse me, of basically the outside of Black Hole Studios, some destruction scenes, I guess some backstage pictures, I guess, too. We even see a picture of Alex Garcia, which is higher up of legendary pictures. So, you know, pretty interesting set photos, pretty cool nonetheless. There haven't been that many so far, mainly because they've been filming inside Black Hole Studios. They are currently filming there still, which is in Atlanta, Georgia, but they are kind of going outside and stuff of that sort to kind of film some parts outside. So that's why there have been leaks so far. So yeah, pretty cool. We'll see what it all means at the end of the day, so, or whenever the movie comes out. So now let's go into the other information, which in my opinion is really interesting. So thank you Etsy Turtle 2 on YouTube for basically telling me or providing me with this information. Now this comes straight from Mike Duarte's Twitter page, and I mean it's really interesting, extremely interesting. So Mike Duarte really likes to retweet various different articles regarding nature, basically nature-oriented articles and information and stuff of that sort, because that is what he likes. I believe he's an animal activist, so that does make sense. So obviously not all his tweets relate to Godzilla 2, as some of you might believe, but this one I think does. I mean, might. I'm just gonna say might, okay? Might relate to Godzilla 2. Personally, I think the chances of it relating to Godzilla 2 are pretty high. I'll say maybe like a 80%, because it just makes so much sense that is the case. But again, might, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyhow, let me just show you the tweet. So here it is. Here's a tweet. We see a retweet by Discover magazine, and he basically put up, you know, three dragon heads. Obviously that means King Ghidorah. And this Discover magazine basically says, this flatworm traveled to space with one head but came back with two. I think this is definitely a tease for Godzilla 2, because I mean the coincidences are just way too many. Obviously it talks about space, it talks about a multi-headed thing or creature, and he definitely did say something about this information, which is actually not new. It's actually from June 13th, 2017. So he must have been scouring around for news that might relate to King Ghidorah or whatever the script says. I don't know, but and then he said something about it, so he did respond to it by tweeting three heads. So I mean, I think this is definitely relating to King Ghidorah, which is pretty awesome. So very interesting aspects here. It seems King Ghidorah, just from this, okay, again, it could be just a troll or something, or very coincidental, but just in my opinion, I think this is a tease, or basically a little hint that King Ghidorah will be from space or something relating to space. Now here's the interesting thing. In the actual article, it talks about how a flatworm was sent to space, and so because it was in space and because of the different elements that are in space that are not present in Earth, it changed the organism, and that is why it created a second head. So this really intrigues me because I was thinking maybe King Ghidorah was from Earth, and maybe he only had one head and then he was sent to space, and then that's how he formed two other heads. But that wouldn't really make sense if the cave paintings are anything to look at, because they obviously show 3 heads. So I think this is all really interesting. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly about that specific concept, but I do think the concept of it's space related or possibly even came from space is really prevalent here. So King Ghidorah being a flatworm, yeah, I don't think that's the case at all. But I guess you never know, I guess, even though I think the chances of that are like 0.0001, but whatever. So yeah, I think this is really interesting. So yeah, based off this video, please tell me down below, do you think Mike Duarte's tweet has anything to do with King Ghidorah? And if it does, do you think it talks about how King Ghidorah will be coming from space, like was created there? Or do you think it talks about more like what the article says, where King Ghidorah was just a singular-headed creature in Earth, and then maybe he went up to space and he grew 2? I don't know. It's very, very interesting. Again, the cave painting kind of contradicts that idea, but again, I'm not really sure, but I think it's just really cool. So yeah, based off this video, please tell me down below your thoughts on all this information. And so yeah, this is methlokaiju signing out.